Good morning, Dr. R and classmates. Hope you all are doing well. This is Joseph, and this term I've worked on a module trying to pick up on some of the things I've been working on and trying to learn throughout this certificate program and using technology to improve learning instruction and build my writing skills. But I specifically worked on a module that is aimed at helping first-term college students in a writing class to build their confidence and their ability to peer review, to collaborate with other writers and help them out. As it turned out, it was a very complex module and a learning objective because it involved all kinds of objectives, skills, and prior knowledge that students would need in order to get to that point. And as my report and actually shows, it takes a lot of teaching, a lot of learning, and a lot of material for students to actually get there. I specifically learned a lot about the process itself of creating a strong learning module because I've had practice and experience with being a course developer, but never to this extent where I actually created the charts and the process itself. I've always worked with curriculum, and they've taken my ideas and built the charts and the steps, and then I use their development guide to create the content. So I kind of have always had help in all those stages and all that process. But I've learned that it's definitely a detailed, data-driven and scientific process, but that, if we follow the advice in our textbook and what the class has done, it'll get us to where we need to. It may be time-consuming up front, but it pays a great deal in the end because we can create some really strong learning content. I've also learned that I need to start scaling back a bit on my projects, that sometimes I tend to bite off more than I can chew. And the actual module itself probably should have focused more on the avatar game itself, but I kept realizing that to get my students to the avatar game itself and what I wanted them to learn, it took so much back learning that I had to include information on reading comprehension and topics like what is a main point. And it is, I think, all about my particular students. A lot of them are developmental students and need that material. But anyway, it created a lengthy report and a lot of detail in the workshop. The workshop, I think, was successful, but I tried to do too much, as I often do. But that's a learning process, isn't it? Next time, I will be able to take the content, trim it down a little bit, and keep it more focused, I think, on what students ultimately really need. I want to show you the actual prototype of my avatar game. If I can get the Camtasia to actually flip back over to